hill. She's like, dun, 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 dun.
Just demonetize us from the get-go.
Shit.
Just kidding. We're not monetized. It's a lot easier to YouTube when you don't actually care.
Okay, did you roll for
recap?
Yeah.
Well, so did you.
Shit.
Fuck yes. I'm a recap.
I mean, I feel like Penelope did a lot, so maybe we should make her recap.
Oh,
I was
no.
say I can get through it pretty quick if we want to go through the recap quick though.
Look at that too.
It's beautiful.
That's where it starts. That's the lowest thing Penelope can roll.
Oh no. Okay. I guess that means I'm doing the recap unless our fishy friend wants to do the recap with that natural 20.
I mean, how quick do you want the recap? Because I can go through it pretty fast and cover everything.
I mean, if you want to do the speed run of the first part of the recap, I can do the recap of the concert.
Cool, that works.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
All right. So more people got on a boat. Penelope decided to make friends with them. Got drunk. Annis went downstairs, was like, hey, everybody's on board, and gave a recap of who exactly, like, the lore people are. Flash, back to Penelope getting drunk AF. Annis going upstairs to see this, does a restoration, and then they prepare for the concert. And, concert, you can take over. Woo.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, sorry. And before, like, I guess getting up there, a thing that I didn't write everybody. Now concert.
Concert. The concert was great. Basically, Penelope went around and sang songs for literally everybody on the boat. Took all the songs from the song and dance crew and rewrote them to be a little more empowering. Wrote a song for Van-Fem. Like a new original song, that he may or may not have liked, but he seemed entertained, so I guess it's okay. Hopefully we don't die. She sang to the church. They didn't seem to like it very much, except for the one girl, and then she went over to the harvesters, tried to sing to them, also didn't go so well. Charmed the pants off of Elias and Leopold this time. And then the butcher talked to her in Halfling, and that was weird and scary, and they went back and forth, and basically just like, I don't want to be like they threatened each other, but it kind of felt like a weird, overly cheerful threatening. I don't know. And then the concert ended with a song that Penelope wrote for Johnny, so that she has a new song, and we ended on them smooching.
It's true.
It's true.
Yep. And so, shortly after that, because he's on that horsey clock, sugar cubes and Annis proceeded down to the room downstairs via the service path,
We went to-
rather than the main one.
Yeah.
So you took the back way down, which is fine. You got there without issue. You didn't run into anyone. You didn't have any issues. And you got in there, but you gave instructions to Derek and Buck to go up and get Penelope. So we'll just start with that part. So, hey, Penelope.
Hey.
You just had an amazing concert. You got
Hell
reactions
yeah.
from everyone. It's up
Hell
to you
yeah.
to interpret those reactions, but you got them, which is exciting.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And so after the bit with Johnny, seen by all, cheered for by some, other thoughts ensue. You have Derek and Buck are walking over to you. The Roombas that you were all flying around on that Catherine provided seem to just be floating around above deck, providing like extra lighting, since your cool light stage is powering down and it's becoming the normal deck again. And Buck says to you in a low voice, Band meeting downstairs, yeah? Cubes wasn't feeling so hot, but he's a pro, so he toughed out the show. Wayne and I held back to let you know, so it might be a good idea to check in on him before we get to mingling with all the fans. Derek nods, but as Derek nods, Penelope notices that he seems to be less paying attention to her and more keeping an eye on the various parties, specifically the direction of the harvesters and the church people, who are starting to get up from their seats and proceed to mingle. Penelope is welcome to do what she wishes.
Is he okay? Or is...
He's not feeling so well. It might be a good idea to check in on him.
Okay. Is he like seasick or?
It's that, you know how some people can handle a concert and keep going forever, like, you.
Yeah.
Others get a little overexcited and maybe run out in about an hour.
So you're saying he's out of juice?
Effectively, I think he might be downstairs hitting the surge energy drink of the day.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Let's go check on him. She's
probably. I'm sure he'll be back soon, but yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, like he waves at the harvester people and everyone, and then he and Derek sort of give you the escort down, and you also go down the service exit because it's faster than going through the bar.
Yeah, and she waves to just generally to everybody before going downstairs.
The blonde girl from the church group waves back and then gets a glare from the blue-haired girl in that group, and she seems a little sheepish, but she keeps waving.
But yeah, and then she's gonna like hold Johnny's hand as they're going downstairs, because
Sure.
here we are.
It is accepted. And you are now downstairs and outside of the quiet room.
Okay, she's gonna... Whoop. I'm gonna learn to actually operate fantasy grounds correctly.
Ooh.
But she's gonna knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
You hear a knocking from inside, the only sound allowed through the door.
Anis, you get...
Oh, yes, that's almost certainly Penelope. Yeah, it's just, do you want me to give you a second to collect yourself, or are you fine?
Mm-hmm. And he's like wiping his face a little bit. He just kind of like you said, taking that moment.
Scoot around your massive horse ass. Open the door.
Hey, is Aiden okay?
You might come on in and just don't forget to shut the door.
Yeah. And she goes up and she's like, hey, are you okay?
Oh, mm-hmm. And he just like wipes his face. Like you can tell he was crying a little bit.
Yeah.
They were like happy tears though, so you just like, ugh. Mm-hmm.
The boys seem to be leaning against both of the doors to make sure that they stay closed.
Just
like Buck seemed to think that you weren't feeling so hot, so...
He just points at his legs. No time.
Oh.
Mm.
That was it? And she just kind of looks over at Buck like, what the fuck? Is this why you brought me downstairs?
Penelope...
She didn't say that out loud, but she's just kind of looking at him like, huh?
Okay, yeah. He just looks at Anis, and he looks at Penelope, and he's like, we need talk. Penelope, and he just looks at Anis, and just kind of nods to her for a second.
She nods back?
Yeah, he's just like,
we need to talk.
Words. And he just looks at her when he says that, and... he just full in it looks back to Penelope like really concerned. He's like, Anis, Arthurnirde isaren ambreno, yorathren mikrena. That's the first sentence.
What? Okay.
The fuck?
Okay, do you want me to translate sentence by sentence? So do you just want to say it all and I summarize? How do you want to do this?
Which easier?
I guess we can go sentence by sentence. She turns back to Penelope. He said, that we are concerned about your actions, and that you are not understanding how precarious of a situation we're in.
First sentence.
Oh, just the first. Got it.
Yeah. Utoronova orveni virul nimir orfal art via inan. That was the second sentence.
Okay. You don't understand just how precarious of a situation we're in right now.
Vivrisham utu mor arthnirde tetha butcha.
How could you go and antagonize the butcher? And then she stops like, you don't understand how dangerous he is, Penelope. That is the butcher.
Nunutu
Yeah?
orfal yorothran mirane. Hilata mir himele ethir da utu norosa. And that's 2 sentences in there.
Are you out of your mind? He has his eyes on you now.
You mean they didn't before?
He just
More
does the
so.
sniffing motions. Like, he's
More-
just like, snip, snip.
More so, yes.
Like, this is... Okay.
Arternir de teta orthenir marothna de vir utin prefeia da vesnel utovea arternir de temin hilime le redmethin darota hilime savat misvien hilime. That's the next
Oh,
sentence.
Just the next sentence? Okay.
Just the next one.
So basically, he said, the only man that's keeping us safe on this boat, you've gone and crossed him by trying to turn his workers against him.
No, that's not what I was trying to do.
And then he goes, Vivre dauda ututirmit des winatha hasta bruno ista.
Why did you think that was a good idea?
What do you mean?
And he just looks at Penelope and he just goes, Van-Fem wants you. You making target.
Yeah, I mean, I know he does. He's not been subtle about it.
You. And he just lets Annis take over.
I know you don't think that you were trying to piss him off, but I think you really pissed him off when you started trying to, empower his workers to turn against him or to leave him. Like, that's not, like, you don't need to be antagonizing Van-Fem. He is the only reason we're not dead right now, probably. And also, he definitely, now more than before, probably is going to try and trick you into some kind of deal. And I know you think that you wouldn't take a deal from him, but what if he uses all of us against you? Like, what if he knows, Penelope, he told me he knows about the potion shop. And, look, your family moves around, and no one knows where you live. They know where I live. What if he threatens to burn my shop to the ground? Like, I would tell him to do it if it meant that he would give up on trying to contract with you, but I obviously don't want my potion shop to burn to the ground.
I mean, I don't want your shop to burn to the ground either.
Or what if he's fiends have read our minds and he knows about Sherwood?
Doesn't everyone know about Sherwood?
No.
Not really.
I mean, that's why there are stories about it, right? There's literally a visitor center out in the town.
And he points to himself. Hidden.
Oh, you mean the hidden parts.
But also, like, normal people can't even get as far as where my village is. They just kind of get turned around. Like, it doesn't take a huge leap of logic to think that there might be phantasmals living in Sherwood, but I don't know. We don't know how much he knows, but we do know that he knows that Aiden is a centaur. We do know that he knows about my shop. We don't know what else he knows. And just, he's not someone we need to be making an enemy. Just for fun.
I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to antagonize any. Like, you guys have never been to one of my actual concerts. Like,
No, I guess not.
because the The library was tame. The library is incredibly tame. The Lupin Mansion was also really tame. Like, because that was basically a... Look, there's a reason that a lot of people at Clock Tower were just... There's a lot of...
Like, I know your whole thing is fuck authority. I understand that, but...
Like, I wasn't actually trying to antagonize anyone up there. Like, the song rewrites that I did for fun. Like, the song that I wrote for him, I did for fun. Because, I mean, he doesn't have his own song. And, like, yeah, I was poking fun at him a little bit, but
He def glared when saying to workers. His song, fine, but it's workers and him that is like his power, and you mess with.
Well, yeah, but it's like no one outside of this who wasn't on the dock or on the deck is gonna know or know the rewrites. They're not gonna know the new things. It's so like it doesn't really have any power, and like
it might be worth noting that this is the only time that anyone's actually taken their side. Like this, he's still going to have contracts in all of them later. They don't actually want to be here anyway.
Just
and
remember,
I don't disagree about wanting to get them away from him, but his protection is the only thing keeping us safe from the Butcher. You do get that, right? If there wasn't that in place, the Butcher would have absolutely killed all of us, or at least tried to by now. And I don't doubt that he is powerful enough to do it.
And he just looks at both of you, and he looks like the rest of them. He's like, I can only say, think legend true. He dangerous. You no go back.
He's probably a dead apostle. Like that legend about him killing a dead apostle and then becoming one, that's probably actually true.
And he like holds out his hands for Penelope to take them, because he is going to bend down and get like to eye level on how serious he is about the Butcher. So he just waits for her to place her hands. She
reluctantly puts her hands in his hands, and you can tell that her hands are just like shaking.
And he holds them. And
we are not mad. We are concerned. We are very concerned right now. For us and for you and for everyone. Like, this is not us trying to attack you about this.
So, like, after Anna says that, he looks to all of them and then back to her. He's just like, you know how make moss think with glitter? So no think around?
Yeah?
I must do same, you and them.
What?
I cannot say Butcher is more, much, much more. Very dangerous.
Aiden. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
And she is... I'm gonna make sure I can actually... Is that the first level? Okay, yeah, she's gonna cast Comprehend Languages on herself.
Okay.
And she's gonna be like, alright, Aiden, just speak in Sylvan or something.
He just, again,
I can't get the, like, I'm sorry if this is upsetting to you, but I cannot get the gravity of what you're trying to say to me right now.
So maybe I can help.
He's already cast it. So he's just going to look to her in Sylvan and just be like, I cannot tell you because it is information I can't let anyone else get. He is a lot more dangerous than we were prepared for, and we are in no way, shape, if anything were to happen on this boat that calls off that peace, we are in danger. And I can't tell you. I can't tell you till we are off of this boat, because I'm pretty sure Van-Fem doesn't know. I'm pretty sure nobody else knows. And I can't have you thinking about it. Okay? I need you to trust me, and I need you to not go near him. He is going to gun for you. And I
Yes.
cannot let that happen.
Because of all of this, you're now the biggest target on the boat. Like, we were all targets before, but I think when you charmed Leopold and Elias, that was probably the last straw. I know that even made me uncomfortable, and believe me when I say I love when we clown on those two, but it was not the best move to make in that situation, I think.
Penelope's just gonna like look back and forth between the two of them, and then like look over at Buck, and then look over at Derek, and then look over at Johnny.
They can't, well, they can probably understand what I'm saying, but they can't understand what Aiden's been saying.
So to weigh in on that, so over at the other end, Buck is leaning against the door. He does not look as bothered by this as Aiden and Anasar. This kind of reminds you of how he looked when you lot were sneaking into the library. Like, for him, the impression that you're getting is that he knows this is dangerous, but he doesn't feel like he's in over his head yet. Mm-hmm. It's just that level of self-assurance that admittedly is common in rogues. Looking over at Derek, Derek seems to be way more on guard. He's leaning against the door, but he's normally when Derek leans against things, because he does this a bit, he'll like stick a foot up against it and he'll cross his arms and he'll just look like a character from The World Ends With You or something. But right now, like, he's leaning against it more, and then if something thumps on this door and he gets the impression it's coming through, he's going to punch it. Like, he's a little more on edge. Johnny's watching this stuff play out with 2/3 of the conversation, and she's slowly moving over here behind Penelope to provide support. She doesn't seem to be as worried as everyone else is. So carry on. Since you mentioned them, I wanted to give you a read on them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Penelope, I know we've only known each other for about a month, but in that time, have you ever seen me actually afraid?
No.
I'm really
I don't
fucking afraid of the butcher, okay?
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, I will get between you and him, but I'm really afraid.
I mean, I know. It's like, I know the conversation he and I had, like, I know it was kind of just like, almost like a witty banter situation, but like...
What did he say? All we heard was that he was speaking in Halfling, which is definitely, concerning.
Yeah, I mean, that did scare the crap out of me, not gonna lie. But, hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Wait, no, that's not the screenshot I wanted.
Like, he lets go of her hands when Johnny comes over.
Like, the New England clam router.
That's,
like, that's not the one I want.
No, it's not.
That's a different threat entirely.
Hold on.
Here, Gucci.
I know, I screenshotted it.
Anis is gonna look over to Buck to see if her admitting that she's actually afraid changed his demeanor at all, or if he's just like, yep, that's about right.
So you know from growing up with him that his reaction to stress and danger is to put on what he thinks is an aloof face. Like, you know that he actually is concerned. He's just trying not to show it.
Gotcha. Okay.
To everyone else, it looks like he's just like, yeah, whatever, man. But you know that he's actually, like, he's aware that this isn't safe. He's just not putting up a more visible front of it.
All right, so I found the screenshot.
Ooh.
But yeah, like, so, I mean, I don't remember what I was saying to him before that. But, like, when he started speaking in Halfling, he said, no worries here. It's the most fun I've had with a Halfling in some time. And I said, you know, I hope that other Halfling was still alive when that happened. And he's like, at the time, yes. And I was like, you better not be the reason that they're dead. Ha ha ha. And then, like, the other thing he said later was, like, I don't even, it's just, and he said that he's saving his energy for later, and
He just looks at you, and he just goes, "Do not go near the butcher."
Yeah, cause like now I'm remembering why he said that, cause like I invited him to get up and dance, like not with me, but just in general, and he said I'm saving my energy for later, and I was like, oh cute, I hope it's for the games, and
you like see him just he is stressed the fuck out. Like he just looks to Johnny and he's just like, please, like, and he just like, wait, I'm still in Sylvan. He goes and just switches to common, like, please keep Penelope. Just make sure butcher don't walk close. I also, but still, he's just like trying to convey to her. He's just like, just stay close. I know you're gonna stay close anyways, but she's like, on guard close.
I think even none of the other harvesters either. Like they all kind of hate us. I mean, even Elias and Leopold, I think if you tried to talk to either of them, they wouldn't give you the time of day now that you've charmed them so many times, because they're just so bad at resisting it.
I mean, I'm not. She just kind of crosses her arms. I'm not completely helpless, you know.
I know, but you have painted the biggest target on yourself on this boat now, and if things do go south and Van-Fem's protection for some reason goes away, or he gets mad and revokes it.
He can't.
He sticks to his contracts.
Or something like that. Maybe, we don't know what the church is planning, but I don't know, just if something goes wrong, I just get the feeling that the butcher is going to try to go after us, specifically you.
Look, I know you guys don't want me interacting with anybody now, apparently, but like
not nobody, just
butcher,
just them.
But it's like I need to. Like I need to get information on these people.
Same.
I need to find out what I can.
Same.
Yes.
There are 3
That's what we're all trying to do.
Yes. 3.
Well, no, you guys don't understand.
Then, and you comprehend. Then tell us, because there are 3 groups, and we can split apart and do what needs to happen. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What are we not understanding?
You guys don't know what I've done.
What have you done?
You don't. Oh my god. She's just like face and hands like fuck.
If you want to tell us, you can tell us in any language. You can tell me. I can comprehend. That's how I've been talking to Aiden.
I mean, like, why would I do that when you guys are all right here? It doesn't make any sense to say it in another language or anything. Like, it literally does not make sense.
What is going on? Like, Aiden's getting a little impatient at this point. He's just like, I need to know.
So, you know how this whole thing was set up in the first place?
Yes,
Like how there's an...
we're
Go
gonna,
ahead.
Lucretia and you were going to give up the entry to get Johnny's contract. Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think she agreed to give up one of the entries?
Because there needs to be a certain amount of entries into the Grail War, and she's already got her entry.
No. That's not
Okay.
why.
Then what is it?
Look, all I... Okay, look. I'm working with Lucretia.
Yes. I mean, it was something also said above stairs that, you know, I kind of already figured. Annis didn't know, though, but yes.
I mean, I
No,
thought
like...
you were just getting friendly with her.
No, I'm literally working with her.
I guess it makes sense.
Part of my agreement with her, and she just kind of looks over at Johnny. She's like, part of my agreement with her was that she would give up one of the entries into the Grill War, and she would get Johnny's contract for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I said that,
That's
yes.
just one of the things.
Okay.
I have to find out everything I possibly can about any other Grail War participants and relay it back to her so that you guys don't get killed.
I mean, that's what we're
Because
trying
I
to
know
do, too.
both of you are trying to enter. She's also entering.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she said at the Lupin party.
But no, what I'm saying is, she's... Did you guys just already know this or something?
So we're literally doing the same thing, which is why we're not surprised at what you're saying. Why is this even an issue? Why didn't you just tell us that you were doing this separately? You knew we were trying to find out information. Like we kind of, that was our plan coming here, is gathering what we can.
Yeah, we don't... I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I personally don't want the entry from this boat. I think if any of us get it, we are immediately going to have a target on our backs. It's always been come to the boat, get Johnny's contract,
yeah.
get as much information as we can, and maybe
And then
try and
leave.
make it so that the person that gets the entry isn't, you know, the butcher or
Yeah,
that guy from Lore. Maybe we give it to the church and they're a little bit less dangerous. I don't know.
Do you guys realize you can't just hand this thing off, right? You can't just hand off the entry.
Okay, but we don't need to physically get it. I mean, the whole point of the games is to cheat. If we push it in someone else's favor and they still win, then they get it. As long as the butcher doesn't get it, then that's a win-win situation. But yeah, I don't want the ticket from this game. My goal was to just watch over you all and make sure you're safe and, you know, get as much information as possible. It's like, I know that y'all are wanting to do this. So why would I not gather and help you with that information? Why would I not share it?
That was what I was going to be doing from the get-go before we ever found out about Freddy being on this boat, was just to find out information and then share it so that we'd have a better idea of what's going on when we get to the Grail War.
I can't do this. And she just walks up to Buck and is like, please let me out.
He takes a look over in the Annis and Iden direction and then steps out of the way.
Look, just be careful, okay?
You guys seriously don't know what I've done for you.
No, because you won't tell us. Or you can't tell us? I don't know.
She's like, Annis, I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you. And you just haven't been getting the hints.
Then you need to be clear. It's not about hints. We need full communication here, Penelope. Like, just talk to us.
She's gonna go up to Annis and she's gonna be like, and she's gonna hold out her hands.
Annis will take them. Annis will take them.
And like, she like holds Annis's hands really tightly, and like her hands are shaking, and you can tell it. She's like, Annis, I agreed to be a warlock for the Lady of the Lake.
Huh.
I did it to protect you guys.
That does explain some things.
I did it to protect you guys, and because like I
mean, I thought you'd gotten stronger, but I thought that was just cool bod stuff.
No. Like, all I'm good for as a bard is just charming people, and like nobody likes it when I do that. Like, everybody gets upset. And I'm not strong, Annis. I'm not strong.
You're strong in your own way. We're all strong in our own way.
Like, I can't do half the shit you guys do, and that's why I have to resort to trickery and deals and shit, and I can't. And now I'm in over my head, because now I'm working for a dead apostle, and I'm working for, like, the Fae, and it's not just her, it's not just Vivian. I'm working for all of them now.
He walks over, and he gets down again. And first of all, he's just like, Penelope, you are strong, like Anna said, in your own way. Something in my culture that you may not know is that we are divided into different categories. One is not less than the other. You just fit into the other. Like, you're not a warrior. You join spellcasters and those with an ability to just make people happy and make people, follow along. You've got magic. You are very persuasive. But it's about when and where in this one situation. But any other time, it's great. But I wish, I know you're very close to Vivian, but if this was going to stress you so much, that you would talk to us. Because we're here, like my home. It's like, there are 3 parts and there's 3 of us. There's more, obviously, But we're here to support each other. We don't just hold everything on our own. If you feel overwhelmed, we're here to take the weight with you. We care. And we want to protect you too. It's not just you, which is why we're so worried. And we don't want you to stress, and we don't want you making deals with more people than you can handle. We're strong together, not alone, okay?
And Vivian and Lucretia, neither of them are making you do anything you don't want, right?
No.
That's the most important part.
There are certainly worse people that you could be a warlock for. She kind of glances over at Johnny.
Are you speaking in Sylvan?
Am I?
Aiden is, because he's
Aiden is. I want to know how much of this Johnny can understand.
Yeah.
Aiden's speaking Sylvan. I think Penelope and I are both in common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're using comprehend, and Penelope can't speak in Sylvan. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know why you're doing it. I just want to make sure I'm not giving her meta
Gotcha.
information that she doesn't understand. Because keeping track of which NPCs understand you is a lot. So.
Like, he's just trying to get across. He's like, we're all doing the same thing, essentially. Like, it's, silly in a way that, like, we're even having a problem. It's like, just let's talk to each other.
Okay, so I don't understand what he's saying, but from the parts of this that I'm getting, you're talking to Penelope about how she can do things that other people can't, and that it's important that you choose the where and the when and which, hornets to rile up and all that, right?
He just nods.
Yeah.
Cool. So then what was all that storming in and crashing the druid meeting last week? Because those are some pretty big hornets too, but we were okay with that.
And he looks over to Johnny, Johnny, and he's just like, I guess, broken comment. Or he looks to Annis, and he just goes, the druids aren't gonna kill me. And they, Kilthak knows that's been ready to go, and he's told Annis, and it's just like, yes, the other druids weren't ready, but again, we're kind of on a boat where all parties are very hostile and ready to go at a dime's hat. And as far as we know, because I think he was there for the sending that Penelope did, and because they had even divined it, and they still did a divination that something's going to happen on this boat that's going to cause a problem. And so he's telling Annis, he's like, look, we know something's going to happen. We just don't know what, which is my concern. Something is going to happen, though.
Okay, so essentially the difference is that these are actual hornets, and the druids were more like cute little bumblebees. They weren't going to kill us for that. They weren't gonna. But here, things can and probably will go wrong very quickly.
Sure, but what you need to understand is that these hornets are what she's been dealing with. This is her forest of druids, and to make things work in this environment, you make deals, you get protections, and you put people on a contract of some kind or other. That's kind of how we get stuck in this in the first place. But Penelope's playing in her woods. It's a little different, but honestly, what would have really stopped any of those druids? I mean, we went to the forest and one of those druids tried to kill us. Sure, he was an evil tree monster, but he was a druid in the forest where we were supposed to be safe.
We can make deals with Van-Fem because that's what he does. We can't make deals with the butcher. The only thing keeping us safe on this boat is Van-Fem. Yeah, it's Van-Fem.
Not saying he's not a scary guy, but it's also just an acknowledgement that you can't really expect someone whose toolkit is to charm people or to win them over or to make deals or to not show weakness to be okay in that environment and do anything else. If that butcher wanted to go marching his way into London and start chopping up people, he would have, because I've been there. There aren't exactly gates. And it's not a secret because anyone with an ear and clock tower knows where to go to buy a potion. I'm not saying it's not dangerous, but I think you're starting to see how scary the world is for the people that can't go hide in the woods.
Okay, is Annis replying, or is that just like a...
Nope, Annis is not replying.
Okay. He just looks to Johnny, and he looks to Penelope, and just once more looks to her, and he's like, I've said my piece. Just know that I worry. And that is why I wanted to talk to you. That was my concern, and I have voiced it. As much as I can tell you until we're off the boat. And when I can tell you everything.
So, if you guys don't want me talking to the butcher,
I mean,
any of the
ultimately we can't tell you what to do. It's just a suggestion.
She's looking at her feet at this point. She's not looking at anybody. She's like, what do you want me to do?
already had success talking to the guys from Law, so you could start there. You have a good in with all of Van-Fem's song people. You could do that.
There's
I
one girl. She seems to really
I
like you.
am going to possibly go talk to Charity. And Aiden thinks he might be able to talk to the butcher because he'll be just a normal human when he's polymorphed.
Thumbs up.
She's still not looking up, but she's like, well, if you're gonna talk to Charity, there's something you should probably know.
Okay.
Because it has to do with Freddy.
I mean, that's why I'm going to go talk to her.
So he's a paladin, right?
Right.
Do you know who he's a paladin for?
He said he was just that you could be a paladin if you just believed in something enough. He said he wasn't a paladin for any specific god.
Do you know who taught him?
I mean, someone from the burial agency. Charity?
How did... Now
I'm
she's
just
looking up at
guessing.
Anus. She's like, I thought you said it was somebody connected to a dead apostle.
That's what I thought, but that's only because he was being weird about Lucretia, but
Yeah.
no, I'm guessing not.
No. Because when I cornered him earlier,
I mean, he said
And-
that he found out who's been messaging him, so
Yeah, I told him it was me. And I asked him, like, who he was learning from. Because I told him that he was putting you in danger by not telling me who he's learning from, because I thought it was somebody connected to a dead apostle. And apparently the person who he's been learning from is somebody who hunts dead apostles. So yeah, probably the burial agency.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought you ought to know that if you're gonna go talk to the church. Now she's looking at the floor again. I'll talk to Lore. I'll talk to the Lore guys.
I mean, before you got drunk, it seemed like you were getting along with them pretty well from
Yeah.
the
Why do you
brief
think I got drunk?
because you were nervous about the concert.
Because I was getting nervous. Like, I was getting just, like, talking. I wanted an out of that conversation,
Hmm.
and I couldn't find a good way out. And so I had a drink, and then I had a second drink because I didn't feel the first drink. And then I said fuck it and tried the third drink. And that's why I was that's why I was yelling about not fucking around with Morgan Le Fay, because that was the third drink.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense now. I just thought you just said that.
No. Although, yeah, like, just talk to me sometime next week after we're off the boat. We'll see what happens there. I don't plan on, forming any deals with her, but she's still not going away.
No.
And she's getting stronger too, and she's like pointing at her bracelet, like, so like the little elemental that's in this bracelet that Lucretia gave me, it's really cute. Like, it looks like a tiny Vivi.
Oh.
And I mean, like, a really tiny Vivi. It's really cute.
So smaller than usual, Vivi.
Yeah, like a pocket-sized BB.
That's precious.
And but yeah, it's like she is able to pop up, and anytime Morgan shows up in my dreams, she usually able to, get her out of there and be like, "Hey, stop, get out of here." And but Morgan's been getting stronger and has been outwitting her, and it's like I've asked Lucretia for help on trying to help that situation get taken care of, so I'm at least a little more in control when she's there. It's just that's worrying me, and like I just
Well, you don't have to talk to the law people if you don't want to.
I'll talk to them. Like that's my job. That's what I do. Is I get information, so I'll talk to them. And
If
I'll talk to the Sagan dance crew. Although, like you guys said, they probably are annoyed with me right now. So
They didn't seem annoyed, uncomfortable, but not annoyed.
it's like they just, yeah.
if Annis is going to talk to the church, or I guess specifically that charity lady, that means that really nice girl, she'll be free to talk to. She seems to really like you.
That is true.
I feel like she'd definitely give you information.
Yeah, I mean, if Annis can distract Charity long enough, then sure.
I should be able to. And then I honestly think that the only person with any actual information about the harvesters is the butcher, and I don't think he would tell you anything.
Maybe.
I do think out of all of us, Sugar Cubes might have the best chance of getting him to talk. I don't know.
Speaking of, what are some very totally normal human greetings?
Say hello.
Okay.
Yes.
He's
Nothing
gonna
else?
eat you.
Who said that?
What?
He didn't. Sylvan,
Johnny
who
said that.
Oh, okay. He's just like, okay, Johnny said, nice to eat you. Gotcha.
No,
Don't say that one. Don't say that one.
What did he take away from that? What is he misunderstanding? What's my fault? Stares at him. All right, look. I know you can understand me, so let me make this a little more clear to you. He's gonna eat you.
Oh.
Doesn't matter if he thinks you're a human.
He's just looks at her. He's like, nods. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about humans either.
Really, if
Still
you want to
weak.
catch him off guard, maybe something like, sup, motherfucker? How's it hanging?
Oh,
Annis, never say that again.
Penelope, that has a ring to it. Does that sound good?
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
How about, let's see, go eat shit, you piece of garbage.
No, oh my god. You guys are, no, you know what you guys are talking about? I was pissing him off.
He's looking at her earnestly, like he's waiting for her to give him like something.
I just said to tell him to say hello.
Okay, then yeah, he's just
That
like,
is
okay,
a
that's the
perfectly
best one.
normal human greeting.
Yeah,
That will not get you shanked. That will not get you killed. That will not get
Not
you
what I
beaten.
said. Do not do what I said.
And he just nods. He's like, okay, basic hellos, true and true.
So
No
what do you
extras.
expect him to tell you?
And he's like, he turns to Johnny and he's just like, there's a few things that I suspect he may or may not say, and depending on that, I will follow suit.
She turns to Annis for a translation.
Oh yeah, shit.
There are a few things that he suspects he might or might not say. It all depends on how Sugar Cubes approaches him. He might, I don't know, at the very least get something out of him. More than any of us. She just points to her ears.
You better be prepared to talk to him in a more common tongue, or you're going to let slip that you're something else.
And he's just like, Oh yes, no, the common will be back. Penelope told me to talk to her, so she, used the spell, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I
He's
went.
getting to talk in common.
Just make sure you're. I think one of the things that is a bit stressful is that the gathering information thing is what Penelope is really good at. So you're acting like this is going to be easy. Just be careful.
He just nods his head, and he looks back to her, and it's like, again, obviously, if you are really not gonna stop and go to him, just please let me be near you.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I just want to be next to you because he just like my whole thing is protecting people, It's like I don't want you to not. I want to make sure that I can keep you safe if anything happens. I'm not saying that it will, but I just want to be there in case. I care too much for you to let anything happen to you, okay? I'm not, dating you or anything like Johnny, obviously. Just, you mean a lot to me.
Well, if I decide to do something irrational, I will let you know.
We have, if anything, so I think everyone went over it beforehand. We still have the escape plan, if it comes to it.
Escape plan?
Yeah, out of character. I know we all talked about it.
Did
Like,
we?
yeah, it was something like before we even got in the boat, we were like, because remember Buck, the first thing he did was look for the boat, the rowboat or safety boat, like the Titanic has.
Yeah, but did we discuss this as a group? Because I don't remember doing that.
I thought that we had all in character done it before we even like got on the boat.
Actually, I don't remember us actually doing that.
I don't think you
Say we
actually did
did?
that in character. If you want
We can
to
say we did.
say what the
if we
plan
don't
is
wanna-
and say you did, you can.
Okay.
But
Cool.
Okay.
Good old Operation Big, Huge, Strong Shock Annis pulling the lifeboat. Although, if we need to get you off the boat faster, Lucretia does have a way out through the tree.
I can just walk on the water.
Yeah. I mean, as
I
long
mean
as
that.
there's-
Yeah, the tree's there too, but
the tree might be the fastest.
yeah.
It's like, we've got backup plans if anything, which is good. That's being prepared.
And
it's
we
at
all
this point
remember,
that it occurs
Jameson
to you
is the
that none of you
squishiest.
knows where you are in the ocean.
yeah, no, it occurred to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. Jameson. Oh shit. We left
Yes.
him upstairs.
Well, but he is the squishiest. We have to get him to safety first.
But we left him upstairs.
Oh,
I'm sure he's
If we-
fine. Look, I can, and she'll just like briefly go into Hemlock Vision, make sure Jameson's not being accosted.
Can you see Hemlock Vision, or do I need to set that up for you?
I mean, you can just tell me if he's being accosted or not.
He's not being accosted. Jameson has
Okay.
found his way over to the bar. He is firmly on the side with all of the musicians and not the side with all the people that you're afraid are going to kill you.
Okay, Jameson's at the bar. He's fine.
Okay.
Technically, he's near Cotton Eye Joe, but that's the only thing you're afraid of on that side.
Out of character. We weren't expecting that. I mean, I was expecting this to go long, but we weren't actually like.
Oh yeah.
We were like, she'll just come downstairs. We'll be like, Penelope, we're concerned, and then we'll all go off on our merry way.
I mean, that's
Right,
part of the
Penelope's.
nature of Revelation episodes. So
So Penelope's
you
gonna
tell-
look at her.
Oh,
What?
I was gonna say, does Anna say that he's by Cotton Eye Joe?
No, I don't think she'd say that.
Okay.
okay. All right. So what is Penelope doing?
She's gonna check her phone to see how much time is left before the games start.
Yeah, it is currently updated in game to 7:30. The games start at 8.
She's like, "Alright, okay. So real quick, are any of you planning on actually playing any of the games?"
it depends on what's at stake.
Yeah.
I think
So-
that or someone, if we have the means to enter that final game for the wish, we should still enter.
Just to nudge it over in the right
Just
direction.
to make sure it doesn't get in the hands of the butcher or the man from the law department.
Right.
Does anybody have
Yeah.
things to enter?
I have something that I might be able to enter. I will let you know.
I do too.
I will let you all know. I have to have a couple conversations before I know if I can use that to enter or not, basically.
Okay. I don't think I really have anything. I had just a bunch of seeds, and I'm definitely not putting those forward.
I don't know if you want me to tell you this, Aiden.
Yeah.
That scroll, that's Chiron's medical textbook, that's a catalyst.
What?
That's absolutely a catalyst. You could use it to summon Chiron.
Pulls it out and looks at it for a minute. The face of the guy that's Silas.
It has a pretty horse picture on it.
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty
shit.
horse man.
Obviously,
look-
if you're planning to summon Chiron, you should hold on to it, but if need be, you could use that to enter.
No, I read through everything. It's not gonna be.
It's blank now, right? That's what you said?
Yeah. And he just like shows the pretty portrait to her. It's just Chiron now. I don't think it's gonna help for what I need. And if we have to keep this out of the butcher's hands, and it seems like the church is the best way to nudge it over. If
I mean, based on
Lorman-
what we know, they're the least dangerous of the three of them to get the entry. Not that they're not incredibly dangerous, but
of the three threats,
of
yeah.
the three, they're the least. The worst would definitely be Butcher.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a catalyst, then yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't enter to help.
I mean, that's up to you.
It just doesn't make sense to keep it. Like, as much as I love it, I've read it all, and I just,
So you wouldn't want to try and summon Chiron?
I don't think he'll be able to do what I need to help. As much as I would love to meet him and learn just even more medical knowledge, I think if we let not that we're letting, but if I personally don't put this in to help steer as well, to help our chances, that's a much more dangerous threat at this moment. I'd rather help everyone else and help us all in keeping him away from it. Though, also, probably why we shouldn't, be fighting for a ticket, because, if any of us get one, and who's to say that he won't start chopping people to get the entry. So I'd prefer if none of us kind of walk off the boat with that.
But we don't know what the game is even going to be yet. So
No.
Yeah.
Who knows? But that, yeah, like I don't intend on winning the entry. And if I do win it, I will just be like, no, not for me. It's for the church.
Well, if anything, we got a little bit of time left before we find out what everything's gonna be. I mean, it's soon to be announced.
Yeah. Did they say what time they're gonna announce what the prizes are, or is it at the beginning of the games? I don't remember.
I think it's the beginning.
What Penelope would know from the overview of the night that she was given before is that at 8 o'clock, they're going to announce the 7 main prizes, which correspond to the different classes, and the rules and how the games are going to be played. Then there'll be a short delay, and then after a short amount of time, they'll start playing for the first one, and throughout the downtime in between rounds, people are of course welcome to walk around, schmooze, try to make deals with one another, similar to what went on with the Lupin Mansion if you wish to. But essentially, at the start of every hour after 8 o'clock is going to be one of these things. And it will run for some time with a gap in between.
Gotcha.
Unlike the Lupin Mansion, I don't think these are going to take quite as long because it's not like, here's an order to go wander through. It's a scheduled thing. They're going to move forward. And you do not have to participate in all of them. So if none of the players participate, it gets abstracted a bit. We move on.
Hell yeah.
I know what happens if no one does something in any given game. So really, it takes longer if you actually participate. But
Cool.
I learned a
So
bit from last
participate
time.
in every game. No.
You can.
We're
I
not
have
doing
rules
that.
for all of
No.
it. I don't know. You might like
No.
the stuff. You might like stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's exciting.
So yeah, she's gonna check her phone and be like, okay, yeah, that's the time it. That's what time it is, and she's gonna be like, all right, we still have like half an hour before this thing starts, so I'm gonna go back to my room. I'm gonna go get changed, and I'm gonna spend just like 20 minutes by myself, and I'll meet you guys upstairs.
All right.
Okay.
Just
She's gonna.
know that no matter what happens, I will still protect you.
And she just nods and then boop 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 boop. Oh shit! Went into somebody else's room. Phasing through the wall.
Penelope, how did you learn to do that?
I'm not OP. Phases through.
Is that a warlock thing, Penelope?
Yes.
The wall is made of water. It's fine.
Fuck.
What? On a boat?
Johnny's gonna go lean against Penelope's door.
Well, that went about as well as I expected.
Penelope's gonna open the door for Johnny.
Johnny's gonna come in and close the door.
Thought you said you were going to be alone.
She's gonna just hold out her arms for a hug.
One is delivered. Dun dun dun.
Yay.
Hey, you know what? You know what you guys get for all your nonsense? Mystery.
Hell yeah.
Mystery?
I'll take
What
some
mystery?
They don't know what happens.
Oh dear.
More magic's being created into the world. Continue on.
I'm gonna look at Buck and then at Derek and then at Aiden like, don't need to say this, but please keep an eye on her. I mean, keep an eye on everyone. This is so dangerous.
Yeah, he just looks at Anna and he's like, we said what we did. We put our concerns out there. Let's just make sure nothing happens. Like he said, maybe you can figure out what the church is up to. Obviously, if we find out any information, grab everyone and let them know where it's safe. And just see if we can, keep things from being too chaotic.
And if the shit goes south, I turn into a giant shark, bite some people, tow a boat. A typical, I don't even know what day of the week it is. A typical Saturday.
He's just like,
It's a Friday.
A typical Saturday.
it feels like forever.
No.
He's just like, I guess, if we got 30 minutes, we could all start our mingling, before the announcements happen. I'm gonna need to keep track of time, if you can help me with that.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I think my saddlebag might be a little, suspicious on my back. So I'm gonna have to try and find a way to carry these potions a little more discreetly.
Well, I've got these, and she holds up the 2 bags. I've got this. You could use this bag. This one you put things in, and it goes into this one. So, if it'll help, you can use this one, and I'll just not have all my potions and stuff on me.
You
but...
guys are trying way too hard. Hold on. And Buck goes over to his bags and he brings back out a number of hidden flasks that can be placed throughout your clothing. It's like you guys have never been to school.
This is drinking related. I don't drink. So I never really had a need for this, but this is amazing. Oh my gosh, Buck.
You know I was homeschooled.
know full well
This is like
that we all come from the place that has the best booze.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just didn't think about it.
well, I hope these aren't filled. I don't want to waste your best booze. And oh wait, he's like talking in Sylvan to him. I hope Annis is translating back.
Are they filled or are they empty right now?
Right now they're empty.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here, and then she'll just take the polymorph potions and pour them, because she's real good at it. Pour them into the flasks.
Heck,
Not
She doesn't
spilling in
even
the
use a
drop.
funnel.
oh my
Nope. This is a skill I have. But this
I
is also a
didn't-
skill Annis would have.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna look like an absolute drunkard, just like downing fucking polymorph potion.
It'll
Although,
be like the Lupin mansion all over again.
you know, we don't know the nature of the final game, but I do have these bags. We could cheat.
I like the way you're thinking.
We're really good at card tricks. She just gestures to Buck. Like, we were very bored as kids. We got real good at card tricks.
I was wondering if you're going to ask. Like, yeah, I'm already prepared to cheat. What do
In
you
the
think I
West,
was doing
you
up
know-
there? I was talking to the bar lady and finding out what the games were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what? You thought I was floating? Come on now.
I mean, you're...
I
you're
can do
fed,
two
but
things
you're-
at once.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Funnily, that's what he said the other night. Oh.
That's how I flirt. Buck, 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 buck.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Was that an air horn?
it was. But with Buck.
Oh boy.
Buck episode. Yeah, so like look, it's best if I don't tell you how I'm gonna do it, but anyway, the first game's gonna be roulette and bet on 7.
7.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
7. Cool. I know nothing. And he's just like takes the flasks and starts putting them like hidden within his dress.
Oh my god.
It's like, but no more dance.
But-
Like,
I will help you keep track of time for sure, big guy.
oh, yeah, I'm gonna need it. I didn't really see any like sundials on the boat.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I've got
nighttime.
this. She just holds up her
That's
phone.
also fair.
Yeah.
I'm
I've got
sorry
this.
for my.
I also know, I'm also pretty good at just knowing when an hour's about to be up. And, I mean, if I come over to you and start talking about pineapples, you'll know.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we got the code word.
Oh god.
Okay, so
All right.
we want to maybe start head stairs in a second, and should probably pray to Eldath real quick. I feel like I'm gonna need that, so I'll do that real fast, and I'll meet you up there. Oh,
No,
wait. If we're gonna start talking to people, remember the whole like, if you can help.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
To maximize the amount of time, we'll probably want to
Wait till
have you
you.
take your potion, and then I'll do it immediately.
Okay, give me
it'll
just a
help.
second.
Might help me with my talk with the church lady, too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but before that, I've got to have a private conversation with our guest relations guy.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Hey, Derek, you want to pray with me real quick in the bathroom while we wait for Annis? Like bros do, you know?
She leans
No.
around him and is
No.
like, I think you should. Would
I'm-
you?
I don't
Do
think that's what I
propose.
want to do.
All right. Would you mind standing outside Penelope's door then?
I can do that. That one I can do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. And he just like walks. Just let
Oh
me
my
know when you're done.
God.
He closes the door.
You know he's praying to a rubber ducky, right?
He's praying to his god.
His god
It's
is
just-
apparently a rubber ducky.
No, his god is You know, I don't know anything about Eldath. I just kind of assumed she's like the other ladies of the lake, but apparently she's not. She's a water lady. He's praying
It's a
to
lot of
water
stuff that I
lady.
don't really get. I'm gonna stick with punching things, but yeah, I'll
Yes.
go watch Penelope's door.
You stick with what you're good at.
I
And
do
you're good
my
at a lot of
best.
things.
Thank you. Right, so I'm gonna go get to snooping and see what I can find out about the game after the first one, but it's gonna start with roulette. The less I tell you about it, the easier it'll be to play, should you decide to. Just 7's lucky.
Okay.
Maybe don't lean too heavily on it. I don't know how many times we'll get away with it, but 7's lucky. All right. Poof. Well, nope, there's a duck in there. Hold on.
All right. So as soon as they are gone, she's gonna go open the door, and then she's gonna go dial Moss.
Okay. When she does, after a moment. Yep, Moss. Guessing which one? Let's see.
Hey there.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank
You
God.
free for
Okay.
a quick chat?
Yeah, I've got a minute. I'll be right
Okay.
down. That was a hell of a show. Boop. And boop. And he has the awkwardness of walking past this lot to get to you. But he does. He knocks on the door.
Yeah, she'll let him in.
He comes in and closes the door.
Okay.
Your friend can certainly put on a show.
Yep. She certainly can. She's not super famous pop idol Penelope for nothing.
It shows.
So this shouldn't surprise you. I've got a few more questions for you, if you can answer.
As long as it's stuff that I'm comfortable sharing, sure.
Okay. What? Sorry?
You know that there's a lot of really dangerous people upstairs, right?
I know. Yes.
So, does it make sense a little bit more
Yeah.
how
it
I
makes
was
sense.
behaving? Okay, good.
It does. Yes.
Okay. I was like, wait a
So-
week, please. Just wait a week. But no, here we
Yeah.
are.
We're doing the best with what we can.
Die is cast. Here we go. Right, sure, what's
Yeah.
up?
So I guess I'll start with the softball. You warned me specifically about Pierce, the guy in charge of law, but why is he the most dangerous?
What I
More
was
so than
told
the
was
butcher.
what I was told was that the butcher is dangerous, but he's understands what he can and can't get away with here. Essentially, everyone who is a guest is under hospitality, and whether or not he respects hospitality, if he voids his own hospitality, he then has to deal with all of the church and all of the mages and the boss. And whether or not he could win that fight, he's stuck at sea if it happens. So, yeah. Whereas the Pierce guy, I don't know too much about him. I'm just told to keep my distance. And if the boss tells me to keep my distance, I try to do that. I don't know what his deal is, but I was specifically told not to get too close. So I've been trying to hold at least 5 feet of personal space there.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Second question, and I don't blame you if you can't say anything about this. Can you tell me anything about the trap that the church is going to be trying to spring?
Trap? I mean, I know
I
they're...
assumed the
they're here-
reason they were even on this boat is because they've got some sort of trap plan for Van-Fem.
Oh, I mean, I don't know their full deal, but from what I know of the church in general, if someone says that there's a holy grail, they have to send someone to go get it. So us mentioning this is a path to a holy grail meant they had to send someone to go get it.
So they're not specifically gonna try and trap Van-Fem because he's a dead apostle. Okay.
I don't think that group could. When the church goes after monsters, they tend to pick and choose, and while they don't like this one in the form of Van-Fem, he's not exactly eating villages.
Okay.
Now, if it was my teacher, that'd be different, but there's a reason she's not here.
All right, third question. If there was a way for you to leave the church that would guarantee that you and your sisters would be safe, would you take it? And you don't have to tell me what you think I need to hear or what you think I want to hear, just a yes or a no.
If there was a way that got me out of all of this without it following me home, I would absolutely take it. This isn't where I want to be. It's not where I wanted things to go. I just also don't know a way to do that.
Okay. All right, well, that was all the questions that I think I should ask.
That's fair. If we get through the weekend okay and I get a chance to visit at some point, then maybe we can have a nice conversation and then we can get a wizard to wipe my memory of it. Because I don't want to bring anything bad back. Ugh. You can tell he is sad saying that. Wouldn't recommend working here.
I'm rolling a D100. Oh, that's a low number. Anise. That's a low number. Okay. All right, I do have one other question.
Yeah?
Do you need something to think about to keep you from thinking about anything you just told me?
I think I'm probably okay. I've been in this environment for a long time, so I think I know how to keep some thoughts out of my head.
All right, so we don't need to throw glitter everywhere.
What?
Never mind.
Why would you... What?
That was Penelope's attempt to give you something else to think about, was throwing glitter everywhere. She thought you'd have to clean it up.
I mean, we'd get someone with prestidigitation to do it.
Yeah.
Did she bring glitter?
Of course she did.
Oh, God.
I was gonna say, wait, Aiden threw it in his face. Someone's already cast a wipe on his memory.
No, he didn't realize that there's a difference between having, like, a pocket sand amount of glitter and having enough to create a long-term disruption. He's realizing what one of those entire road cases was probably filled with.
Oh.
Because he had to bring them down.
Yeah.
And I love this.
Oh, well. I guess she can do that if she wants to, but that's probably not the best use of her energy.
Probably not. All right. Well, good luck with the rest of your endeavors for the night.
Yeah.
We are all very aware that there are very powerful people on board and that the only thing keeping us safe is Van-Fem's hospitality.
Right. Yeah, other than that, like I said, I'm going to do my best to not think too much about what's going on. I'm sure you've all got your various plans or you wouldn't have wanted your quiet rooms. Just going to do my best part to not think too much about this and definitely not think about the fact that I have no idea where Lupin and his girlfriend are.
Yeah, don't think too hard about that.
It's for the best.
Yeah, it's for the best.
I hope it's memorable.
I have a feeling no matter what, this is going to be a very memorable weekend, day, experience, boat outing.
Sounds about right.
How far out at sea are we, by the way? Pretty far?
Right now, I don't know. Maybe like 5 or 10 miles. We tend to go out far enough that we don't have to worry about anyone bothering us, but not so far that in the event something important happens, we can't get back.
Ennis is like squinting and doing like the math lady, like, what's that in kilometers?
Oh no.
I thought about that, and then I remembered he's an American, so he says
Yeah,
miles.
exactly. She's just like the average swimming speed of a giant shark. How do you convert miles to kilometers? I'm just gonna make a roll. I've just decided I'm gonna make a roll.
Oh no. Oh no.
She doesn't know.
Oh no.
Probably swim. Anyway, thank you for that information.
Yeah.
Just gonna awkwardly like pat him on the shoulder.
I mean, if
Like,
you need
all
to
right.
go back, he points in a direction. It's that way.
What's that way? What?
The land. It's that way.
Oh,
Just in
gotcha.
case.
It was just a curiosity. We're not planning anything. All right, bye.
No, I'm sure you're not. Okay.
Moss. Bye, Moss.
Bye.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, just get back
I
to your
have
job.
already forgotten
Gosh.
everything, and he closes the door behind him.
Just gonna.
Oh yeah, if she like walks in, he's like face first in the fucking tub.
No, she would not walk
Oh,
in.
okay. Cool.
After she got walked in on this morning, she would not walk in on his prayers.
He opens up. He's like definitely covered in water.
You can see a
And
rubber
it's not
ducky floating in the bathtub behind him.
Annis is not surprised. All right, I had my chat with Moss.
Okay,
I
cool,
guess.
cool.
Do we want to begin Operation Mingle?
I mean, that sounds like a good idea. If, before everything gets super announced, then we continue on from there.
Yeah, my copperhead is gonna wear off soon. So
Okay. I'll be speaking in common again soon. It'll be the keep it together in the totally normal human language. Yeah. Unless there are other things that need to be dealt with. Again, it's definitely gonna depend on what happens.
well, as long as you drink the potions as a human, they'll affect you. As a
I'm
human.
gonna hold off on the comprehends on my side, but yeah, the polymorph.
Yeah, don't mix too many potions at the same time. Gives you like a tummy ache sometimes.
Yeah, like I said, it'll be just for now being human. If I need to sneak, you said it was their French. If I need to sneak on their French later, I'll do that. But for now, I'm gonna be gauging what the butcher gives away and what he tries. It's gonna be mind games. Last human body, or will be human body, is not the greatest, but I'll make it work.
We'll just see where things go.
Yep.
All right, well, out of character, did you want to do the thing you were talking about now, or did you want to do it later?
Later.
Okay, later. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whee.
All right, so I
Okay.
guess we're
Am I
taking
dragging everybody up?
potions.
Checking. Well, he's
Gonna
gonna
cast. Gonna cast. What am I casting?
It was the enhance.
Enhanceability at second level, so that both of us get bonuses to charisma. For me, it's an advantage. For him, it would just be a straight roll because he's exhausted, I think.
Is
Eagle
important.
Splendor. I'll mark that off.
So glad they combined all those stupid spells into one spell.
Same.
That was
So-
so
Third
annoying.
level spell. Oh, how long does Bardic Inspiration last for? It's probably worn off on me by now.
I don't
I
remember.
think it lasts until you use it, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
There
might
is
as
a
well grab
duration
it.
on it. I just don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm pulling it up now. Hold on.
We might eventually adopt the 1 D&D rule for Bardic Inspiration as one of the only 1 D&D rules to grab early, because I think it's just better.
Oh, it
Where
says
they
once
change-
within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's definitely worn off.
So,
Oops.
for context, not that 1 D&D is a formalized thing yet, but the way that they're treating Bardic Inspiration in the future is it's a reaction. So after someone rolls, you can then inspire them to maybe turn a fail into a success, which is
Oh.
significantly better.
But
Yeah.
you've got to be close
for
enough to the
real.
person.
But you have
I
to be
think.
close enough at the time and have your reaction available. But it makes it significantly better because then you don't waste it ever.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. It's one of the pluses. There's a lot of minuses to 1D&D too, but I like that one. I think that's one of the better ones.
I agree on that for sure. Yeah,
All
he
right,
chugs his potion after you do the splint. Well, he'll
No,
chug it
I would
first.
do that. I would do that after you've potioned up. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, he face plants, and he's just like, "All right, I'm ready, boss." JK, JK.
All right, so that one you're actually casting, not using a potion, right?
Yeah, I don't think.
Cool.
Man, if I could bottle enhance ability.
It would be locked
Something
to a
to think about
specific
later.
ability. Something to consider.
It would be. Oh yeah, something to consider. Like, hey students, give me 500 gold or whatever. Give me 20 bucks. Give me 50 bucks, and I can give you advantage on your intelligence rolls for them exams.
Oh my god.
I mean,
my
you would not
God.
be the first one to introduce performance-altering medication to exams. But yeah, cool. Is anyone doing anything else on this floor, or should I drag you all up to the top floor now?
I think we're good.
I'm
and-
basically good. I just wanted to have a
Yeah.
quick chat with Johnny before we went upstairs, but
Do you want to go ahead and do that? We can do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or is this something you want to do private? In which case, we
I-
can do that later.
truly does not matter.
Okay, then go ahead.
But yeah, like, she's gonna be quiet for a few minutes, and then she's just gonna be like, I really messed up, didn't I?
Honestly, you were playing the game that we came here to play.
I
Their approach isn't going to work.
I'm just, I don't know what to do. Like, it's just, I'm
You didn't
supposed to
upset
be-
anybody who wasn't already going to be mad at you, but you might have at least convinced someone who saw you as weak that you weren't. That's the best you can aim for.
Yeah. Like, do you think I've put us all in danger?
No.
Like, I worked really hard on the concert. Like, I worked really hard on those songs, and
I think you gave hope to people who didn't have it before. And I think that's worth a lot.
yeah, I don't know. I hope it's worth it in the end.
You're doing great.
And, like I'm not doing something stupid by, like, I mean, I guess I can't back out of anything now, but like, I'm not doing something stupid by working with Lucretia or by working for Vivian, right?
You didn't do anything impulsively. You thought about it, you considered the risk, and you went ahead. I don't think you're doing anything wrong.
Okay. It's like I'm trying to do my best and I can't. It just feels like I can't. And it's stressing me out because, like, I don't. Do you know that for the briefest moment while we were in there, I thought about being like, fuck it, and trying to win that entry?
I didn't know that, but I mean, you could.
I could, and
I
But
think you
it's
got a
like-
better chance than the people who don't know where they're playing or what the games are.
yeah. And she pulls the Eiffel Tower fragment out of her bag, and she's like, "Cause I could use this to enter games. I could use this."
Probably, yeah.
But I don't want to enter this and just be like, fuck you guys. Like, I haven't thought farther ahead than, oh, that would be that would be funny. Or, like, not that would be funny, but, like, I haven't thought farther ahead than what if. Because, like, I went in this from the beginning being like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna help the people who are. And now I'm just like, but what if?
You're wondering if you could win?
Yeah. I don't even know what I'd wish for.
I'm sure something would come along if you got there, but would you want to do the stuff you'd have to do to win?
That's the thing. I don't know that I would.
I wouldn't worry about it too
Because I know what
much.
you'd have to do, and I'm just okay.
It's a lot, and honestly, I don't know that they'd really be able to do what they need to do either.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Just don't let me do anything stupid tonight, okay?
I'm not worried about it. You're playing it right so far.
Yeah.
They're just not used to this. They get to go back and have their peaceful green tree times whenever they want to. They're not really spending as much time out here.
And I just... I mean, part of me, when we get off the boat, I kind of want to, like... I figured out where the halflings are, and I kind of want to just go home.
We can do that. It'll be a while before anything comes out anyway, right?
I think so, yeah.
Sounds like a plan then.
It's like everything just kind of like I was actually feeling a lot more confident before all this, and now I kind of feel like the weight of everything is finally on my shoulders, and it just hit me all at once, and now I'm tired.
It's part of how it happens, but you're going to be good. You're going to head back out there. You're going to do as much or as little as you want to do. We'll get through the rest of the night, and we'll see where it goes from there.
That's fair.
You've already got what you came to do. You fulfilled your obligation.
I did.
So you get to sit back and see where it goes.
Yeah. Okay. How are you feeling?
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. I'm hoping that in the future I won't have to get on this boat ever again.
Yeah. And then we can be the best duo ever. It'll be great.
It'll be a lot of fun. Also, I might throw that guy in the water as soon as I can, but, not now.
Oh, wait, which one?
You know which one.
There's several people I want to throw in the water, to be honest.
The one that you don't want to look at while you do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll help you. You get one leg, I'll get the other.
As long as we agree not to pull him back out.
Okay. I'll call in a little favor from the lady and be like, hey, can you, use your super special water powers to,
Like, send you a Kelpie or something?
Yeah. I think that'll work.
So how do you think Aiden feels about Kelpies on account of horse and water?
Considering how he feels about horses and fire, I don't know that he'd be a fan of the idea. Of the concept, rather.
Maybe not. I don't know. Could be worth asking some other time.
Yeah. And she's gonna check her phone again, and she's gonna be like, "Yeah, should probably, we should probably head up."
15 more minutes have passed because we're syncing you both up, and that was a lot of people talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
We still got a few minutes when you get there.
Cool.
All right. Is everyone done on this floor?
See.
E.
I think that was yeses from everybody, so I'm going to drag you up.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't letting me unmute. That was weird.
I don't know.
Weird.
That is weird.
Are you good?
Yeah. I mean, you guys
Okay.
can hear me, so.
Yeah.
Well, I can hear you now, but I meant like, were you good to go off?
Oh,
the
yeah,
floor?
yeah. I'm fine.
I was like, do you have the human token for him this game, or no go?
I'm sure I do. Let me find it. You know I have more tokens for you than anyone else.
I don't remember that I'm not a horse or a centaur.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Let's see, Penelope's got a lot of outfits.
It's true. I love them. Give me more.
But somehow Aiden still has more tokens.
That's because Aiden gets haircuts.
True.
So what I'm hearing is Penelope
she's
just
very
needs to shave her hair bald.
Yes.
I mean, you would get a different token if you did that. Don't know if that's your goal, but
I don't no.
let's see.
I'm just saying. I'm here for like half-shaved head Penelope look.
I'm not here for that. She's not
She
here
gets
for
full
that.
punk.
The world
No.
of different games.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see. This is the blue outfit, right?
Yeah. It's because it actually has his black hair and his human
Yeah.
ears.
That's what I thought.
He's actually human.
Just making sure I'm grabbing the right one. I have labels on most of these, but there's a lot. I even have one for the other art that you sent me.
Oh shit.
But I don't know that one's going to come up anytime soon.
I hope not.
That would be surprising, I think.
Gee.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Stuff.
Don't worry about it.
know.
Just let Aiden worry. That's his constant
I was
fate
saying-
right now.
I was gonna say, now that we've had that little confrontation, I'm worried about it.
See,
Okay.
That's okay. He's just like constantly glancing over at Penelope, just making sure she's okay.
She's doing the thing she was doing to Freddy earlier, where she's just not looking at either of them in the eyes right now. She's like very pointedly like avoiding eye contact.
Okay. So, you got the right token now, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you were up here. You've got a few minutes before things kick in. Where would people like to go? You probably won't have enough time for an in-depth conversation, but where would you like to be?
Penelope wants to go up and catch up with Jameson.
Okay. You can see where he's at over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do boo 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 boo.
All right. Where is everybody else going to go, just for general positioning purposes?
Anis will kind of just hang out over here, I guess.
Okay.
I got like what, 15 minutes?
Yes.
I guess for the moment, since it seems like they're just waiting for the game stuff to get set, he'll kind of I guess watch from up here for these chairs.
Okie dokie.
Like, are people walking around, or is it just like they're kind of sitting at their tables?
They've mostly settled into where they were during the show. They're just talking amongst themselves. depending on the groups. Obviously, different kinds of conversations are happening. The people at the far end, the church group, is being very insular, as you would probably expect. The people to their side obviously want to have nothing to do with them either, so they're somewhat firm and separate, although the harvester group are drinking profusely. No one is surprised. They occasionally apparently send Elias and Leopold to get drinks constantly because they are the group butt monkeys. So,
Oh no.
and they have to walk the entire length of the deck to get drinks every time someone wants to drink. So you see them awkwardly going back and forth the most.
Oh, no.
Okay, if that's the case, I might go that way to start off.
Who are you hanging out with?
He's gonna go say hey to the church over here.
Okay,
Just as a short hello.
got it. And so everyone's spread out a bit. As noted before, the Roombas seem to have taken up positions near the different stairs, and that's not one, that's Hemlock. Each of the Roombas have taken up a position near the stairs, and they are providing a little bit of safety lighting. How quaint.
Yay, safety
People
lighting.
can see where the steps are.
Ennis will wave at one
Seems
of them.
At one of the Roombas?
You sure?
Yeah, it waves back.
How?
In that way that, like, it floats up and down and to the side.
Okay, I'm like, do they have hands?
It just
Wouldn't that be
produces a
disturbing?
hand.
Ah! It just grows a hand. Ennis is like, ah!
It might have tried to, but it seems like you're back in the world of no illusions, so no projections for you. All right, so we'll start with we'll just go left to right for ease of this. So Penelope, are you doing anything particular? Jameson seems fine. He seems to be currently in a, when you walk up, he's in a conversation with these two.
Yeah, I was gonna say who is he talking to? Because that's gonna determine some things.
He is talking to Janice and Bobby.
Okay, yeah. She's gonna get closer to him and be like, "Hey, you okay?"
Yeah, I've been doing good. That was a great show. Everything came together.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I wish I could have recorded it, but obviously I can't. Would have been a bit much to try to sell that later.
Yeah. It's also probably for the best. Have you? And she's like, "Sorry for interrupting this conversation," and she points to Janice and Bobby.
They seem to already be back to drinking and leaning back and just taking in the moment. They seem to be fascinated by the Roomba light show. Get the impression they don't actually have an attention span.
Oh no. Oh no. She'd be like, "Have you had any other conversations with anybody else in the area about the show?"
Honestly, I've been sitting around and just trying to listen in a bit instead. I didn't really want to
Yeah.
bite off too much, and I got the distinct impression that everyone here could kill me. So I didn't want to push it.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Do you feel better now that the show's out of the way and you can just sort of sit back and enjoy the night?
I guess. Still kind of nervous.
Oh, well, maybe this will help you ease your nerves a little bit. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out his phone and he shows you a message on it.
Oh.
Which I will now type at you. It's in English, but I'm going to type it in something that only you can see because limited visibility.
Woohoo.
I like how our argument boiled down to, I'm trying to keep you safe. No, I'm trying to keep you safe. Well, I love you. Well, I love you. Ah.
Like,
Take
fuck
that.
you.
That's literally what it was, and I kind of appreciate that. I'm like, they're so fucking dumb. They're just so full of love.
It's like, I love you. No, I love you.
You don't understand how much I love you. You don't understand. Why don't you tell me how much you love me? I'm not dating you, but... Like, I like that he has to clarify that he's not dating you, but damn does he love you. Johnny just sitting there, like, nonchalantly not understanding at all.
She heard her name and she kind of raised an eyebrow, but no one told her anything.
Oh boy. Is that the only part of the, or is that the entire message?
No, there's one more.
Oh.
And a lot of text messages.
It's an email that he's just showing you on his phone.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it's a miserable scrolling experience that takes forever because this is still an old phone.
And this is like, I don't know what this electronic mail is, but I hate it.
Is the electronic mail related to the electronic bay? I still think that's my favorite Annicism.
Fun times.
What else would the E stand for? Why are you laughing?
What is this electronic bay?
Who is Craig and why does he have a list?
Who is Craig and why does he have a list?
Truly someone to be summoned in the future.
Oh my god.
No.
In
She's
episode
like,
1, you told us
"Oh."
we had a Mothman catalyst, so...
I mean, you know. I'm not
No, he's
stopping
like,
you.
Oh. Oh my god, no, yeah, that helps. That does help. Oh my god.
He slides the phone back into his pocket so that no one else can have a chance to read it or see it.
But then yeah, thank you for showing me that. That reminds me of what I need to do. Cool. She just hugs Jameson like really tight.
It is returned.
Ugh. It's
Okay.
like, you and I need to talk at some point after we are done with this boat.
Works for me.
Yeah.
It's been a busy, looks at his watch, what, month? 2 months?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're bad at vacations.
We really are.
Not the best at this. Oh well, we're on a boat. The booze is free. Let's do what we can.
Yeah. And hey, if it makes you feel any better, technically what I need to ask you about is kind of a vacation. So,
Oh, good. Look forward to it.
yeah. And she kind of want to chat. She kind of wants to chat with Jolene and Fancy, just to see what they thought of their songs. But I'm cool. with
Looking
how
over
they
to them,
do
you can
it
see
first.
that they are both in the process of grabbing the attention of the people immediately around them in the way that they do best.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, like, I'm totally cool with hopping to somebody else.
Yeah, we'll hop over for now. Like, you'll get plenty of chances, don't worry.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so moving over. Anything Anna's up to?
Waiting on the games.
What was that?
Waiting on the games.
Cool. Okay, and over further into perfectly normal human town.
Yeah.
What's perfectly normal human doing?
Just doing a casual greeting to these also perfectly normal humans.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. Hello.
When you approach, The table stops speaking and they all turn to you, and the girl with the blue hair narrows her eyes at you, and the blonde hair girl goes, "Hi."
Hi. You like show?
It's very exciting. What are those things that you're flying around on?
Roombas.
What?
Not mine.
Oh, okay. So are you going to participate in the games?
Not sure. I don't think. Just here for dance.
Oh, it's probably for the best. Here they get quite competitive.
Oh? Tell more?
Oh, just... It's a steep competition room and everyone's here to win. Best you don't get your hopes too high. They're all very good at this.
That's fair. You joining?
I hope not.
We can
We'll
clap.
see. We'll see where it goes.
Yes. So you like Penelope?
It's the first time I've seen her. Well, that's not true. It's the first time I've seen her in person. But I've heard her music. She's very popular.
You're a fan?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I like what she does. I like the way that she gets attention, but I don't really get a lot of music. It's somewhat curated.
Understand. And he's just like, because the music's still playing like on the top deck, right?
Yeah, it's like Muzak, almost. Like it's non-vocal background covers of things that sound completely new and original to you.
Later, would you like, dance too?
I don't think I'll be able to do that. Chaperones are very insistent. Looking over, you can see the blue-haired chaperone as once again flashing something shiny that you're pretty sure would be very pointy if you could see it closer.
And he just nods his head towards her. And he's like, understand. And he's just like, because he is curious. He's just like, question. And he just kind of asks the nuns as well. Because he sees all the crosses, right?
Yeah, they are not being subtle.
Yeah, he's like, he's intrigued. He's like, have you prayed already? Because like he assumed they're eating or drinking.
Yeah, they have they've got food. It's not like a giant feast or anything, but they've got like the equivalent of like pub food in front of them. Yes, of course, before every meal.
Oh, me too.
That's good.
And he's just like, can I join your prayer later?
I would be open to it, but it will really depend on how the games go. We might be keeping our stomachs empty for the rest of the night. But if we do, you're welcome to join us.
Thank you. And he's just like, he doesn't bother him anymore. That's all he wants to do. I want to switch over to somebody else.
Well, as that's wrapping up, we get to move on to the main stuff, because that's a few minutes going by for everybody.
Yeah.
Hooray. All right, so let's drag some characters out. By characters, I mean, who am I missing on this deck? Find out where I left the MC.
We are definitely missing Catherine and
Oh no, that's by design.
And Lucretia.
And Lucretia.
Yeah, she's not coming up till she needs to. Like,
that's fair.
She doesn't want to deal with this. I'm looking for where I put your MC, because he was up here forever. I'm wondering if I deleted him by accident.
He deserves it.
He just got thrown off the boat.
He's just
It's
gone
like,
now.
Lie to
I
me.
deleted the MC. That is a mood.
I mean, fair. Let me get him. If he happens to be here twice, who cares?
Oh no, not two of him. Two of them.
Let's just drag him up there.
Make him go away.
Look, based on your reaction to every single other NPC, I'm finally glad I got one that you didn't have that reaction.
Oh, that's a challenge, sir.
I heard the
Oh no!
You just wait. I'll find a way to be like, yo, hey, sexy.
Why would you do
Oh,
that?
no, why would you do that?
He just, needs a good haircut.
And an entirely new personality.
God, yes.
And a new face.
Just change
You don't need
everything about
much.
yourself.
That's not healthy. Anyway, yeah, so as the time hits 8 o'clock, even though you're on a boat, you hear bells dinging that aren't here. But it sounds all nice and fancy. And so at that point, he walks out here. He comes out from one of the under areas, and he goes to the middle. And with him come some people with stuff.
Ew.
And
by people, I don't mean people.
Oh no.
it's Lord of Darkness. I'm so excited.
Oh look, there's Bone Crusher. Oh my gosh, and there's
Edgelord, Edgelord. Wow, I can words. My favorite people.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, look, it's Sulphur Bay.
That actually sounds like an anime.
It really does.
That would be unfortunate. But yeah, he walks out, and 7 fiends walk out with him from downstairs, and each of them is carrying one of those cases, those like big amethyst-looking cases that contain items in them.
Ooh.
Let's show what those are, so that everyone can see them. As I scroll infinitely.
Let's say, can Penelope walk like down the stairs?
You were welcome to move during this. They're not
Yeah.
stopping you. You can get closer
okay.
to look.
Then yeah. There's a
Yeah.
point where she's just gonna like.
Obviously, Buck is not right next to this, but like I wouldn't get too close. But obviously, like you're not being banned from the bottom floor or anything.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna chill over by this table so she can get a good look at what the prizes are.
Sure. Buck hangs out over here too, so that it doesn't look as
Hey,
weird.
Buck.
So they walk in order, and when they do, let's showcase what they're carrying. So keep in mind, all of these are in those big, like amber encasings. I just didn't bother to Photoshop all of them because why bother? You know what this is. So the first one has, as everybody expected, a sword.
A sword.
S-word.
Sword.
Whoa, don't crash. Come on. There you go.
Boom.
That would be terrifying. See, there's a sword. Right there.
Sword.
Sword. Yep. And the second one has... I know we're all surprised. It's a bow. Which you get from a bunch of different angles here because I found a picture that had a bunch of different angles and I'm gonna use it. It's a bow.
That's an old ass bow.
Sure is. And the third one has pointy bone thing. So exciting is the pointy bone thing.
Yeah.
And then that one that's standing in the middle has something fancy. What they have is a giant ruby that is concave in the middle like a bowl.
Ooh.
That looks valuable. It probably is. Hooray. And then the fifth one has a thing that some of you have seen before. In fact, I think at this point, all of you have seen it.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the sixth one has a pokey stick.
Doink.
Very doink. And finally, the seventh one has an old axe head, waiting for someone to insert a piece of wood in it so it can become an actual axe again. So there you go. They've come out with 7 things. All encased, all being carried by a big scary dude. And they seem to think they're pretty big deals. And they're right. So,
Penelope is
go
gonna
ahead.
take her phone out and, like, very subtly try to snap pictures of each of the items.
Okay. You're trying to make it hard to tell you're doing it. So
Not,
that
like,
would be a sleight of
super hard,
hand.
but yeah, she's trying to make it subtle, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You get photos of them as they are brought out.
And then she's gonna text each of them to Hierophant.
Okay. It takes a while, but you slowly send your pictures.
Cool.
Because your signal out here, not great, but still exists.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then I'm just gonna. She's also gonna send him a follow-up text, but I'll type that out in Halfling in the chat. So.
Okie dokie. Okay, at this point, now that you've seen all 7 of the things, the MC raises his voice through. You don't actually see him holding a microphone, but you wonder if maybe this is an acoustic trick similar to what you got in the Lupin Mansion or elsewhere. Because everyone can hear him pretty clearly where he is, and he goes into his weird voice once more. Hi, everybody, and that was an amazing concert. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did. Edge of my seat the entire time. Anyway, up next is the main event. We're going to have a contest going. It's going to be 8 rounds, 7 prizes, and then a grand prize at the end. I think we all know about that. That's why we're here. But I'm going to give you some ground rules and understanding of how this thing's going to go. So first of all, everyone who is participating will have provided us with an item, or if you would like to still provide us with an item for your entry, you are welcome to bring it down here in the next 15 minutes, at which point we can work you in, no problem. Everyone participating will be given a number of chips to use to participate in the games, and there will be 7 games, 7 rounds. We're going to spread those out through the rest of the night. If you win a round, you get the corresponding item. And, of course, the prizes themselves within the chips. And if you need more chips, we're happy to work with you to make that possible. As always, we are here to make sure everyone has a great time. Keep playing. Have fun. Don't worry about it. And past that, we'll be kicking off the first game, which will be, and he gestures towards the mast at the center, roulette. If you know how to play roulette, it's pretty simple. Going to pick some numbers. We're going to spin this. We're going to see who wins, see where it goes, and I'll be happy to break it down a bit closer when we get there. One of our fiends over here will be in charge of the table, so remember, no cheating. All right, we'll be getting started in a moment, but first up, the fancy sword. And with that, he's going to signal for the fiends to sort of consolidate themselves over here in the corner, with the exception of the one who will be going first, who is carrying the sword. And past that, you are welcome if you wish to go down and join or ask questions to do so.
Okay, so Anna's hearing that she's going to have to, if she has 15 minutes, is just gonna casually but quickly make her way across the boat
Okay.
over to the church.
Okay.
If
She
anyone
will-
else wants to do something, but
I guess
yeah,
on the
she's
big
gotta
level,
have
I'm
a
going to ask the main question. Is anyone going directly to the middle right now? Otherwise, we'll start with yours.
Penelope
say-
wants to add something.
Yeah. I
Okay.
will do the same.
All right.
Oop.
In that case, we'll start with the Annis thing, and then we'll do those together. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't doing anything redundant. So if two of you are going to do it at
Yeah.
once, I don't have to explain it twice. Cool. All right, so Annis part first.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Hi there. You don't know me, but I think I have something that you want, and I think you might have something that I want. Is there any way we could have a conversation?
You're talking to Charity.
Charity, specifically, yeah.
She looks you over once, and then she gestures to one of the sisters there to take her spot, and she steps away for a second so that she can speak with you. But she's not going to go in the direction of those people. She's going to go back down here, and you can speak with her down there.
All right. Okay. So, I don't know if all of you church people know each other or what. A couple weeks ago, I did a bit of a favor for Sister Sylvia.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yes, I'm the reason why she got a burial shroud.
We appreciate your contribution.
I happen to have another sacred artifact that I think you would be very interested in.
Do you now?
I would like to, if you can even do this, propose a trade. Otherwise, I'm going to use it to enter those games.
Interesting. What do you have?
She's going to pull out the jawbone very discreetly from her bag.
Okay. She's looking at it, and she's trying to ascertain, like, what it is.
I've been told that someone wielded it to fight a whole bunch of people. Someone I think you'd be familiar with from your Bible.
Her eyes go wide for a second. 1 second, please. She goes up here, and then she just effectively grabs the blonde girl and brings her down. Is this what she says it is? And the blonde girl takes a look at the jawbone, and Annis, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oof. Perception.
Oh shit.
Oh,
She is back.
All right.
Oh,
So,
shit.
okay. You see the girl.
Hopefully that's not the best roll of the day.
I mean,
Hopefully
it's a
didn't
good
blow
one.
My luck up on a perception. Okay.
I mean, it's a
sorry.
good one. So, you see the girl holding her hand up near it. Like, she's not touching it because you're still holding it, but she's holding her hand out, and you can see light reflecting off of the walls and the floor and the deck behind her, enough to extrapolate that some kind of otherwise invisible aura is coming off of this woman, and it's reaching out and it's touching the bone. And when that happens, you get that same feeling that you got when you first encountered the bone or some of the other items from the mansion, like, you can feel mysteries actually taking place in front of you right now. And it's from this girl, not from the item. And she says, "It's real. That's it." The blue-haired girl nods and then gestures for the blonde girl to go back up. And she seems a bit surprised that the thing that you're holding, but she does what she's told to and goes back to her seat. She says, "What are you looking for in exchange?"
I don't know if you have the authority to do this, but there's someone that's working for you that I would like to negotiate his safety and the safety of his family.
Interesting. I have limited authority, but I'm open for discussion. That is something that we would definitely want back. I can promise you an audience, but that's not something that I don't know who you're talking about, but that's not something that I have personal authority over. Are you willing to hold on to it until that time?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, then in that case, we should
Just
decide
might
on
need-
a future meeting point under safer circumstances.
Yes, I was about to say, if you want a chance at recovering this, you might also need to help us make sure that we get off this boat safely.
I definitely understand that concern. She, not at all subtly, looks over at the table to the north, so to speak.
Yeah, Annis just nods.
Do try to keep that safe, though.
Yeah, she puts it back in her bag, definitely.
Okay, in that case, she reaches into a pocket that you couldn't see before, and she pulls out a piece of paper, and she hands it to you, and it has on it a phone number.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's make sure everyone gets off this boat safely.
I can definitely agree to that. And I'm curious, and obviously you don't have to answer, why is the church here, aside from the grand prize?
We have to follow up every lead as far as it takes us, but also a gathering of things, such as the one that you almost entered the games with, is always worth our attention.
That's fair. All right.
Otherwise, we'd be off this boat as quickly as possible.
That's fair. All right, well, thank you for your time, and Annis will kind of reach a hand out to perhaps shake.
You can do a persuasion check with
Okay.
advantage if you've taken your spell. I think you used it.
Yep, I did,
Yep.
because I
Go
thought
for
I thought this was going to be a much higher stakes conversation.
Well, that's how advantage works.
Oh, shit.
Oh wait, no, hang on. I rolled 2. I didn't click advantage.
That's the same
Take
result.
one of those was a
It's
20.
still the same.
Yeah.
Take it.
One was a 20, yeah.
No, it's fine. You did what you needed to do.
Cool.
So yeah, she seems a bit hesitant, but the fact that you came to her with this instead of just entering the contest with it seems to have won her over on some level.
Oh, shit.
She's not warm, but she seems to acknowledge that you have some kind of vested interest in one another's safety, and she's shaking your hand accordingly.
Annis Greenleaf.
Psalm.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you, I guess.
And you as well. Stay safe.
I will certainly try.
God be with you.
All right.
What?
May the force be with you.
And you as well.
Pretty
She's
much.
gonna come back. I guess.
She gonna enter the other thing
No.
she has?
No, I don't think she has anything else that's catalyst level.
Ah.
And I guess she could ask, like, what the actual parameters are for entering a thing, but
Well,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess she would probably
you're probably
go
going to hear
ask
it when
her.
you get over there, because the guy's going to
Yep.
wait for everyone who's interested to come down. So
Mhm.
a lot of you are down there, but also the 2 kids who wandered in are going to be down
Oh,
there
no.
Oh no.
because they don't know what this is. They
More
just
people
realized
we
there
have
were
to
pit
keep
fiends.
More squishy humans that we have to protect from the butcher.
I mean, as you do.
Why
So
are you humans so killable?
that's a question that they ask themselves every day.
That's a question that the butcher asks them every day. What?
He wouldn't kill them. They're human.
I mean, making a lot of assumptions here.
Oh no.
I mean, you're still in this setting. Anyway, yeah, he's got a little bit of a crowd down here now, so he's going to explain how this works. All right, everybody, here's how it's going to work if you're interested. So, like I said before, he holds up a little circle. It looks like this.
Ooh.
The way that these games work are that everyone who has contributed an item to participate will be given 15 of these, which they'll be able to use in the first 7 games. If you would like additional items or additional chips, you're of course welcome to provide additional items or other things as negotiated. Each round, we will have a game, and whoever does the best in that particular game will get the item on top of any prize that they actually win in the game. We picked 7 different games to keep it interesting for everyone. We're keeping the last round a surprise, but in order to participate in the last round, you will have had to have won at least one of the other rounds. So, wouldn't wait till the end unless you're really brave. So, that said, you'll start with 15 chips if you provide an item. You can get more if you need them. Each round item is going to go to whoever wins the most chips that round, so having a bigger war chest early on will benefit you if you're going for something specific. It's part of why we're going to be doing roulette first. Big wins, big fun, and pretty casual. So who here would like to enter? And he pulls out a big old bag of holding for people to deposit valuable things in.
Penelope is gonna walk up. And she's gonna put the Eiffel Tower fragment in.
As she does that, you see a flash on his glasses, and he's like, very good. And he's going to give you some chips.
Cool.
Which I will add to your inventory now.
And then she's like, I don't know if this next thing actually is... I would like to try and enter this next thing, but I don't know if it will work. But am I allowed to try?
You're certainly allowed to try. Likewise, at any point during the games, if you'd like additional chips, you can always offer up another item.
Okay. So she's going to take the fancy opera hat
Okay.
from her inventory and put it in the bag.
Trying to remember the context of the fancy opera hat.
Got it in Paris.
I remember you getting it. I'm just trying to remember if it was special.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think you just got a fancy opera hat because you wanted one, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's fancy. What more do you need to know?
It's very fancy. Yeah, when you pull the fancy opera hat out, there's no flash in his glasses. He's like, I'm afraid not for that one.
Oh. Darn. Okay, so she puts the fancy opera hat back in her bag.
That's fair.
What about... What about this? and she holds up the wind fan from her inventory.
Ooh, the pretty fan. Let's show the picture, because we don't actually get to see that very often. Oof.
Ooh, it's pretty.
That is an amazing item, but as far as I can tell, it does not seem to be tied to a legend. It would not work as a catalyst, so I'm afraid not.
Okie doke.
It's very nice, though.
Thank you. I want to try one more thing, just to see what it does.
Okay.
And I will clarify, I am going based off of what Van-Fem was saying earlier.
Okay.
She's going to hold up her viola.
Oh.
Okay. Like, specifically her viola?
Yeah.
Let's see. And he's making
And
a roll.
not the deadwood viola.
Right. Your specifically yours.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think. So it's interesting. I'm taking a look at it, and it's flickering, but it's not quite holding. Hold on. Let me check. And he, puts a finger up to his ear. He doesn't actually have an earpiece in, but he seems to be communicating with someone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm told it's worthwhile. Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome to place that in here if you wish.
And she just shakes her head, and then, she's like, no,
Aiden puts his hand, towards her. He's like, are you sure? You've got
No.
15.
No. She's just gonna, just kind of clutch her viola back closer to her. No. It's more just curious.
Not a problem. If you change your mind later, we'll still be here.
Okay.
Me, the person, just audibly, sighed relief. No!
And, I want to hold up one more thing. I'm not going to say what this is. But I want to try one more thing. And then I'll be done. She's going to dig through her bag and then pull out the dowsing rod.
Okay. He takes a look at it. Afraid not. Sorry.
Okay. And she puts it back in her bag. She's like, I think...
Give me a history check.
History check?
Okay, so contrary to what it says in your inventory, one of your items is missing.
Huh?
Yeah, the iron rod that you have in there is not actually in your bag right now.
Oh. Really?
Yeah?
Why is it not in there?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
This is the first time you've noticed it wasn't there.
That's weird. I seem to be missing something.
What missing?
It's like an iron rod. Had a weird little button on the end of it. That's weird. Okay.
You remember packing your stuff for the day, and you had it at least the morning before you got on the boat.
Yeah. Oh God, where were we last night?
In the room.
Yeah. Or I mean before we got on the boat. Sorry.
You went to the boat pretty directly from Annis's, as I recall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there, yeah.
And she just like, oh, Annis?
Yes?
Something's missing from my bag that was definitely there before we came to the boat.
That's strange. You sure you didn't leave it at the shop?
No, I never took it out of my bag.
Oh,
That's odd. I'm gonna look in my bag and just cursory glance, make sure nothing's missing from mine too.
Okay. Do a history check for yourself.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, people shouldn't be able to get things out of bags of holding. No, that's a 7.
You don't see anything missing.
Well, where's the last place you remember seeing it?
In my bag.
Well, before that.
I mean, the last time I really paid attention to it, like, other than going, oh yeah, it's still in my bag, was like back in Paris. But like,
That's definitely odd.
I'll keep eyes peeled.
she's gonna
Yeah, same.
pull out her phone really quick. Does she have signal? I
Yeah.
know she's gonna text Catherine.
Okay.
She's like, I'm missing an iron rod with a button on the end of it. You or Lupin wouldn't happen to have taken it, would you?
It takes a few seconds before you get a reply, in which the answer is, nope, don't need it.
Oh.
Let's do this.
She's just
Then-
gonna like glance over in the direction of the harvesters.
Mm-hmm.
Because we found that when we went to rescue. Oh no.
Oh crap, yeah. What was his name? I remember his wife's name.
Doorbreaker?
But
Doorbreaker.
Yeah. I found this when we went to go, or found it when we went to go and rescue them. So it might have belonged to those guys. She says, not pointing, but just like cutting a quick glance over at the harvesters.
Annis is going to specifically pull out the glasses if they're even in her bag.
Do you still have them?
Yeah, I specifically took them from my shop when I went and got the
Okay.
jawbone.
Then yeah, they're there.
Gonna, I guess, step over to the guy.
Okay, should I delete the iron rod from my
No,
inventory?
leave it in your inventory.
Okay.
This is just the first time you've noticed it wasn't. That's why I removed the number next to it, but the entry is still there, and that's the important part. So it can hang out. On the plus side, we have 15 chips now. Hooray.
She's just gonna like step away, like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right, who's next?
I guess I can go next unless Aiden wanted to.
He's gonna wait for you to go because
Okay.
he wants to see how that goes.
I don't know that I have anything on the same level as what she just put in the bag, but I might as well try, right?
Absolutely.
So she holds up the glasses first.
No, but I'm pretty sure the owners are up there.
Putting them back in her bag, like, you saw nothing.
Absolutely. It's not my job.
Let's see. I had a couple things I wanted to try. Having
Ladies
heard
and
that
gentlemen,
it's gotta
you
be
can now
something-
test whether or not something qualifies as a catalyst.
Yeah, like, having heard that it's got to be something that qualifies as a catalyst, she'll kind of hold up her staff of flowers.
I'm afraid not, but that is very pretty.
Okay. That's about what I thought. Well, there's something that I want to try, but I don't think Annis would just whip out in the middle of
She doesn't want to just whip it out.
That doesn't sound
mainly
like
'cause
her.
She also doesn't want Van-Fem knowing that she has it. So
Right.
yeah.
I'm just gonna look at Annis and he's like,
Wait, I wanted to try the Ursat's card just to see if it pings as a catalyst or not.
It does not.
Airsats? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It does other neat stuff. Not that it's ever really come up, but yeah, it does
Yeah,
not.
because Annis doesn't know what credit cards are.
That's why it's really funny that she's the one who has it.
All right. Well, that's about what I thought.
he looks at her and he holds out the scroll to her to take.
To me.
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that, big guy?
Yeah.
All right. She holds up the scroll.
You can see that anime glint on his glasses as you do that. That'll absolutely work.
She puts in the scroll.
Okay, I will give you some chips.
That's definitely all the items I have. 100%. Everything else is too mundane.
Fair enough.
Mark the scroll off.
Nope.
Where did the
And he
chips
just,
fall?
yeah.
I saw
He
that.
looks at both Penelope and Annis. He's like, you both have. You both have. And he thumbs up.
I've got a question. If we win one of those, can we trade it in for more coins?
A bold, yeah, absolutely you could. Just
All
keep in
right.
mind you have to keep one of them till the end if you want to participate in the final round.
Right. I forgot about that. Okay.
Makes it more exciting to win a backup.
Well, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Anything from Aiden?
He gave away his one thing. He knows Annis and Penelope have it. Like, he trusts them.
Okay. Annis, while you're standing there, you notice that where you're standing near the wheel, ignoring the colors that are printed on it, but that is a roulette wheel around the middle. You're immediately standing next to the 7 right now. It seems it is the topmost item in orientation to the map.
Cool.
Use that knowledge how you will. At this point, he moves on over to the other people, and you see them rummaging through to find items to place in it. Not shockingly, the 2 students do not have anything of note and will not be allowed to participate in these main games. Alas. Unfortunate. And these 2, on the other hand, they each pull out items that you would have to roll perception to try to see if you want to see what they're doing.
I'm gonna,
Absolutely.
if they're trading away the items they went to the fucking Lupin party for, that we worked hard to get. I don't know. Annis is distracted.
I'll try.
That's a 13.
She rolled the 220s for the church negotiation, and that's literally all she'll be doing this episode.
I'm gonna squint his motherfucking eyes. Squint. These human eyes.
Annis and Aiden can't see much of anything. Penelope can see that of the 2 guys over there. Unfortunately for both of them, they try to put items in but are also rejected. But what you see is the guy on the left tries to put in a crystal rose that is rejected. The guy on the left being Flirty McFlirt Pants. And similarly, no such luck down here when Reggie tries to give him a short sword that is rejected. You can actually hear, with your perception roll, Reggie mumbling about fucking eBay lied again. Turns out he got a fake. So they will also not be participating, but they will be here to see what happened. They and the students are going to go back up here to kill some time and, I guess, participate in the more normal games that'll also be going on.
Hey.
So with that, for everyone paying attention, that means that there are going to be 5 main participants in the games. So one from each of the other groups, and then also Annis and Penelope.
Oh boy.
Excitement.
Yeehaw.
Yep. So the first game will be kicking off shortly for a sword. And I think we'll start with that next time rather than kick into that now. Although what I will tell you right now is if you're going to cheat, you have opportunities to try. If you want to play it fair, I do have the rules here for what you will roll and how we will make all of these games work. So you can also just try your actual luck.
Cool.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else they would like to say or do before we disappear for a week?
I think Aiden is gonna very quickly check his bags downstairs. Just because Penelope said something was missing, and he's gonna take a look real fast for her too, see if he sees what she described.
Yeah, do a history check to see if you remember anything missing while you're digging through it.
History. Damn. Goodbye, 20.
You don't notice anything missing.
Cool. Yeah. He'll just keep his eyes peeled then.
Okay. In that case, we'll pick back up next week.
Woo.
Hello.
Fun-filled mystery. My hope is that we'll get through, like, possibly all of the games, or at least half of them next time, because it only takes so long to actually roll dice. So,
Fair.
shouldn't be an issue. It's really going to be a matter of what you lot try to do to get an advantage, if anything. Otherwise, we'll just play it honest.
Yeah,
Or what we do between games.
Or what you do
Yes.
between, because there will be between times. So,
Good.
that'll be up to you.
Rolling dice in my D&D?
You're also welcome to try to gather information on what the other games are going to be in advance, in case that helps. So, good times.
Let's say, can I go ahead and do that roll?
You want to go try to figure that stuff out now?
Yeah.
You could ask your boy down there, who's been doing that all week.
What? Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
What are the other games?
Smooth. Very subtle.
And that's my best quality.
Well, it would be absolutely ridiculous if I knew that. Hands you a piece of paper.
Ooh. Thank you.
On the piece of paper, it is written, I knew you were going to ask. So I've written down the ones that I know about. And they consist of roulettes coming up first. It's going to be roulette for the sword. Then it's going to be blackjack for the bow. And he wasn't entirely sure if it was for the pointy stick or the knife, but one of the other games is going to be straight up 3-card Monty. And there's going to be a big fancy slot machine pulled out for the Ruby Bowl type thing. And then for the big staff, it's actually going to be betting on horse races.
Oh my god.
I was
Yep.
drinking.
Yep. Figure out how that's gonna work. It'll be fun.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
I
And
said
then-
it in the car.
You
I said it would
did.
be really funny.
You fucking did. I know how we're cheating.
Wonderful. And then for the axe at later on, it's going to be something that's simply referred to as the pit. He doesn't know what that means.
Oh no,
And what
Just
was
the
that
pit
for?
fiend.
the axe.
Okay. Cool.
So
Not
he's
that we know
down.
any of
He's
this.
short at least
Yeah.
one game. One of them he doesn't know, and he doesn't know if it's for the knife or for
the other pointy object.
the pointy stick. He doesn't know which.
Yeah, I have 3-card Monty is listed as being for one of the pointies.
Yes, which is fair.
Hey.
It kind of makes sense for both, if we're being honest, based on how Lancer luck works versus assassins. So, do that as you will.
Tee-hee.
But yeah, so there's some games if you want to think about ways to cheat.
Woohoo!
And in case you're wondering, no, the list does not include poker, because I don't want to approximate that with dice. No.
But yeah, she's gonna be like, "Thank you, Buck. This is why you're my number 2 fan."
Ouch.
Look, Johnny has a stakehold on the number 1 fan spot, and I don't think she's gonna be giving that up anytime soon.
That sounds like nepotism.
You know what? You know what? I can bump you down to number 3.
Don't put me behind that guy over there. Points at
Oh
Elias.
no. He's number like 50.
I mean, he
assume-
seems to think otherwise.
Right now he thinks otherwise. Give him about 30 minutes and he won't think that.
Oh, one of those. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Like, truth be told, I think Annis is probably number 3 if you're number 2. No, actually, I lied. Johnny and Vivi are tied for number 1. So that puts you at number 3 by default.
I'm just getting downgraded minute to the minute.
Okay, look. I'm not dating you and you're not my sister. So,
I mean, I would be worried if I didn't know either. So fair enough.
yeah? And I would
Alrighty.
be worried if both of those were the same person.
That's fair. You see him shiver as if he's thinking about specific people.
Oh no.
Okay, so I think that about wraps us up then. So next time you can jump in. So yeah, you've got a week to figure out how to cheat at roulette. Enjoy.
Woo.
Hey.
Well, I mean, Buck already said bet on 7, so.
He sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Annis hasn't shared that with anybody.
Nope. She sure hasn't.
Sure hasn't.
It's fine.
Don't worry
I
about
think
it.
Ennis might just casually stroll over, be like, I'm entering the first game.
Oh, okay.
Annis,
Yes?
if Ken, maybe, Ruby Bowl.
Why?
If you enter more 1, win more 1, can trade for more entry, then I join.
I don't think they'll let me give you coins to enter. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
Well, I pass scroll. They seem fine.
I
You
get.
pass Ruby. It seemed fine.
Question for you.
Yes.
Can I give coins to someone else and add a new participant, or are the coins stuck with me?
No, you do whatever you like. They are your chips. They are worth nothing, and yet in many ways they're worth a lot. So you may transfer them as you see fit. Feel free to get bribed by other players.
All right, so I can give them to you.
Oh, in that case, and she just hands like 5 coins to Aiden.
Oh shit. Oh.
All right,
I have a feeling about the first game, and frankly, I'd like to go ahead and just get it out of the way, just do the first game, not have to worry until the final game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hope.
All right, I can just drag and drop these. That's great. Let's do that. There you go.
I like how Penelope's giving him chips even though he gave the scroll to Annis. Rude. I'm kidding. I love.
If I have any left over,
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'm gonna have to bet all 15 to get this sword.
I hope not.
I mean, you know the rule is you have to win the most in a round to
Yeah.
get something.
Exactly.
Oh, actually, I know what we can end on. Penelope, you get a message on your
Ooh.
phone.
On my phone.
Yeah.
Ring ring, motherfucker.
Okay.
Or buzz buzz.
All right, so you check it,
Uh-huh.
and you have a message from the same person you sent those things to, from your lawyer friend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Oh shit. You want your coins back? Just read
Jeez.
face.
Are we having fun yet?
Oh my god.
Need chips back?
She's gonna turn the phone to Annis and point, be like, read this message from Mr. Hierophant.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna read it out because
I can drag and drop
says-
it if you're sharing
it
it.
just says, well, would it copy it in halfling?
No, it would make it plain text. There you go.
Mm,
Oh, for
Is
you
that
it did. Yeah, I just dragged it down to...
Oh, it's that sword.
Oh shit.
It's a big
So
one.
yeah, fire. It doesn't have to be a fireplace.
I thought it had to be a fireplace. Because we were wondering if like I could just produce flame, toss the card in, and he'd appear out of it. I thought it had to be a fireplace.
Like,
I mean, that was the way that you understood it before. He's just giving her different directions here.
Oh.
she's like, okay, we need to start a fire. Wait, hold
And it's
on.
just produce flame. Got
She's
the
gonna
cupboard?
pull the card out. Just toss it into the fire.
Okay. All right. In that
full view of-
case...
All these people.
Why not? It's fun, right?
the Hierophant coming in.
All right, so you just made a fire right there on the deck.
Yeah, I guess so.
Poof.
I mean, we can go below decks to do this. I just...
Oh, he here.
Well, okay.
It's okay. He legally represents me. I'm allowed
He-
to have my lawyer on board.
He walks over and he stares directly at it and he goes, And then you see him turn and you see him staring directly across the boat all the way up to Van-Fem, and the two lock eyes. And that'll be that.
Oh shit. I think I might be giving my 5 coins to Mr. Hierophant. Holy shit.
As if he doesn't have something to enter with.
I
And
mean,
this is
that's
just
fucking
like
gay.
staring. Like the produced flame is still going. She's just like, oh shit.
Penelope
In
just
case
has
you're
this,
wondering, yes, there is a reason he's allowed to get around the no teleporting rule.
Eee.
It is not forgotten.
Penelope just has this huge, like, gremlin grin on her face right now.
All right.
Yes.
Well, there's your cliffhanger. So enjoy.
Holy shit. I think we know why he doesn't like Van-Fem and said he'll do it for free.
Oh,
Oh,
good night,
All right.
everybody.
good
Yeah.
night.
A good freaking night.
Oh my god.